Hey guys, I'm a Dimension Jump and today I'll be reviewing the PlayStation 5 which was released back on November of 2020. Now, this is the most recent PlayStation to be released from Sony, and this is probably, in terms of when you compare it to the PlayStation 5, a lot better when it comes to running games and stuff, because if you remember, if you saw trailers for games for like the first game releases like Miles Morales and those sorts of games, when the PlayStation 5 was first announced and we saw the games that would be released for it, it makes everything go by super fast, and it makes everything look better, I would say. And also, what I like about when playing through some of the games that I do have for the PlayStation 5, it isn't just games that I have from the PlayStation 4, is that it's the way that some of the games play when you use a controller, because because one of the games I have is Spider-Man 2. The way that you use the controller is done really well, because on the controller with the R2 and L2, you can sometimes feel these sort of weights things in those parts of the controller when you're doing specific missions, or whenever you're web slinging. So I think that's quite cool. And I think the best example of this sort of thing is probably in Astro's Playroom, which is the sort of like demo thing, which did get its own game, I think, this month or last month, which I do want to try and make a review out of it, and maybe a future Let's Play I want to do for the channel. But with Astro's Playroom, because it's a demo, it shows you how to do some of the stuff that you can do in other games, like how to use the main pad thing that's in the center of the controller, how the shoulder buttons work, the other buttons as well on the controller, that sort of thing. And yeah, I think with Astro's Playroom, that's the best example of how the PlayStation 5 runs, but also how the controllers work. And I'm going to be saving a lot more of my thoughts on Astro's Playroom in a future video that I'm going to be doing. So yeah. So what do I like? Another thing I do like about the PlayStation 5 is that whenever you pick a game, or whenever you're scrolling through a game, or on the main hub, you get to see the backgrounds of the different games. So if it's something like Spider-Man, Persona, Skyrim, whatever, it will have that particular a theme, almost kind of similar to how the themes were used on PlayStation 4, where you could choose whichever themes you wanted for that particular from a particular game that you might have on your PlayStation 4, and you'll have it throughout the whole of the PlayStation 4 when it comes to like the music, the text, or the sounds, effects from the game, that sort of thing. And for the PlayStation 5, that sort of thing, I do enjoy it. I think the one thing I think I do prefer over from the PlayStation 4 than the PlayStation 5 is probably the themes themselves, because with the themes, it felt so cool, and I do really enjoy how I could like just switch different themes from different games on the fly. Just like, oh, this is the time right now I want to have a theme from Final Fantasy VII Remake, or something from Persona or Spider-Man or whatever. And I think a lot of it is lost on that in the PlayStation 5, where it's just one particular game and that particular theme is shown for that one game, and not just the entire main hub or the main screen of the PlayStation 5. So yeah, so I do kind of miss that with the whole themes. Because I did enjoy the themes. I think the themes were one of my favorite parts of the PlayStation 4 when it came to just in terms of like just having different themes and stuff like that, and just having, not just looking at the same blue black background over and over again. So yeah. But overall, obviously the PlayStation 5 is a really good console. It's a huge upgrade from the PlayStation 4. And yeah, and if you do want to with the games, what I'm trying to go with this point is that with some of the games that you might have from the PlayStation 4, you can still play them, It's just like you just need the disc. So you don't really need to go back and just buy a PS5 version of it. You can just get the disc and just put it into the PlayStation 4. And if you haven't downloaded it yet, well, it will do the whole update like download thing it normally does from the PlayStation 4. But you just need to do is put the disc in. But if you want, you can upgrade it to the PlayStation 5 version. All you need to do is just buy the PlayStation 5 version, and it's kind of like an upgrade thing. But it does require for you to actually buy it. For example, with the Spider-Man, from what I remember, for its first Insomniac Spider-Man game, it was like £5. I haven't bought it because I just like because I've been I think the PS4 version I just like playing through that version, and yeah, so it's not so even though you can technically get it, you still need to buy the PS5 version of a particular game that you might have from the PlayStation 4. So yeah, there is that. So yeah. So overall, I would say that the PlayStation 5, as I did before, is good. I think a lot of the games that we've seen so far since its release have been fun, like the like Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, Spider-Man 2, Spider-Man Miles Morales, and there's even some games or a couple of games that are gonna be on PlayStation 5 in the next few months, or have been on previous consoles that have been released onto the PlayStation 5. One of the games that I did like that was originally an Xbox game that was on the PlayStation 5 now is Hi-Fi Rush, and a game that's coming out, I think, next year is Love Everything. So those are the two games that I've, one, enjoyed, or two, it looks cool and I'm probably gonna enjoy it when it does come out. So yeah, I think final thoughts, PlayStation 5, good. It's enjoyable. I do like everything that the game that the console had to offer. So yeah. So that's been my review for the PlayStation 5. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.